Hey friends, today's video I'm doing an eBay store review. It is a store that is absolutely nothing like mine, but that is the beauty in this channel, is the strategies and the techniques that I'm going to teach you are going to be able to be used regardless of what you sell. So let's get into it. This store, this is actually a virtual assistant for a store, but they've been doing it for 10 years and kind of have fluctuated around. I'm gauging, they weren't able to tell me exactly how much they want to make because it tapped out on how many that I have. But they currently have 755 items. Let's see, they currently have 755 items and a 35% sell-through rate, $135 average sale price, and they want to make, they said they were currently at 91,000 gross revenue, and they want to get back to what that is pre-COVID. So before we actually start looking at this, I kind of just hopped into this assuming that you guys all have watched my channel before. We are looking at the golden formula for resellers. This is putting math to how much money that you want to make. And this is one of the things that even though their store is completely different than mine, we can go through and figure out exactly what they need to be doing to be able to make the money that they want to make. So if everything currently stays the same, they need to have let's go here. If everything currently stays the same, they need to have 1,800, almost 1,400 active listings. They're currently at about half of that, even less than half of that. So they need to be doing 1,137 items. That's 15 listings a day. Now, I don't know enough details to know what their current strategies are here, but what I do know enough of is if they want to get to that number without having to list 15 items a day, they can increase their sell-through rate to 50%. And they're currently having to go down from there, right? You now only have to have 13 active listings as well. And if you want to, let's say they can increase their average sale price to $200, they'd have to have from there. This is where numbers plays a part into your strategy and understanding these numbers. If you are new to the channel, this is a Google Sheet. You can purchase it down below. If you're a YouTube member, you have access to it for free. There was one other way that you can get it. I don't remember. Oh, if you want your store reviewed, I will do this spreadsheet for you, review your store for a purchase down below, and then you will get this sheet included with some other things as well. But it is a numbers game, figuring out these numbers and figuring out where you want to go. Like I said, I am currently, it's in a realm of items, it's car parts, which I know nothing about. And so being able to say, hey, a 35% sell-through rate for what you sell, I have absolutely no idea. If you can get some of these up, it is going to increase it without having to have more active listings. So I will go ahead and review their store and make recommendations on ways that they can increase their sell-through rate and increase their average sale price. The thing I'm going to say with increasing your average sale price, that is going to be a lot of research data and knowing the items that you're buying and focusing on buying what is selling for really high. You can use Terapeak. You can also, if you have the SarahStyles, that's the wrong way. If you have the SarahStyle sales, that's also the wrong one. Sorry, friends. If you have, here we are, the SarahStyles, is that the right one? Let's see. Yes. If you have the SarahStyle sales and trends dashboard, you can work on increasing your average sale price. Look at your data. That is going to be better than looking in Terapeak, although I will link a video down below on how to use Terapeak, because Terapeak, if you don't track your own data, is definitely going to be helpful. But one way to increase your sell-through rate is look at your own data. Like I said, they have different things than I do, but the data is going to speak the way the data speaks. So your top 20 categories, come in here, figure out what categories are selling for the best, giving you the highest average sale price, and lean hard into those to increase your average sale price. Now, obviously, you want the high sell-through rate with those too. But your brand performances, what brands, these are all women's clothing brands, that's what I sell, but their data would be in here and would say, hey, what brands are giving me the highest average sale price? Where can I get more of those brands? Now, I know they come from a distributor because I had a little bit of background on this store, so it's not always an option, but if there's ways that you can lean into a category, lean into a brand that is going to increase your average sale price, I would really focus on doing that to get That is one way to increase that gross revenue. Something you can also look at, and I didn't ask if they sell on multiple different places, but if you sell on multiple different marketplaces, look at which one has the highest average sale price. Can you change your strategy? And this is something that I do. eBay is my highest average sale price. It's my highest profit. Everything goes on eBay first. I don't want to sell something on a different platform without giving it a chance to sell higher on eBay. Now, for me, that's a week, but depending on your strategy, try it out and figure out where is going to bring you the highest profit as well. And this is going to go into sell through as well. What sourcing places, this is all the different sourcing places that I have tried. This consignment, because I give half of this away, I pay half of this away. Consignment gives me a high average sale price. Can I lean harder into that? Can I lean harder into garage sales, online sourcing? These places, looking at your specific data that is going to give you where your highest average sale price is, and lean heavy into that. Now let's go ahead and take a look at their store. I will tell you, I peeked at it quickly, and it's a very clean looking store, but there are a couple tips that we can go ahead and do here. So they have a store, and I know this because they have a banner up here, they have a logo, they have categories, they have certain store features. If you are new to the channel, I'll link it down below as well, how to use the store features, send out newsletters, all of that, and why you should have a store. I will also link that down below. Why? I will link that down below as well for your review and to show you how to do it. But having a store is going to give you an increase in not liability, loyalty, right? And it's going to set you apart from other buyers. There are millions of sellers on eBay. eBay is giving us store features so that we can set ourselves apart. The research has showed, not only has eBay given us this research, but also I did an eBay for the eBay Open 2022. Sorry, friends, my alarm to go get my kids came on, so I had to click it off. Brain kind of went in a different way. So I did the eBay Open 2022 presentation, and I will link that down below as well. I'm writing these down so I don't forget. eBay 22. I did the presentation there, and the research shows that your loyal customers are going to come back and spend more money. If you can increase your repeat customers by 5%, you can increase your profit margins by up to 75%. This is killer. eBay knows this, and they're giving us the tools to be able to do that, as well as knowing that buyers are increasingly more conscious of who they're buying from. This is where the store features come into play. So one thing I'm going to say is they can work on increasing their followers. Ways that you can do this is send out a link with when they buy the item. Hey, something I do is a QR code on every single package. I've started doing it on the front and on the back to hit them twice. And it is increasing my followers, especially for car parts, right? Are these people who are going to be buying from multiple places? They've had a good experience with you. They're going to come back. And then you can go ahead and send out a newsletter. Hey, this is the new stock that we had, or hey, this is the new sale that we're doing right now, and get buyers to come to you without having to increase your active listings. They've sold a lot of items with 100% positive feedback, which tells me that it's not their functionality of their store. They obviously know what they've been doing. I've seen some of their numbers, so I know that they know that they've been doing. Definitely work on increasing your followers. I'm going to go to their about. It has shown that people are more willing, like I said, with the store features, people are more willing to buy if they feel connected to you, if they know that there's a reason to be connected to you. Like I said, this is completely out of the realm of things that I know anything about, but they do have an about us. Something I would do, because this seems like a very I would add a video. I would add a video into your store and connect people with who you are as a store and what they can do for you. You can scroll down here, you can see their top rated seller, which is great. I would add your policies down here as well. It's just a quick click. On eBay store, you can go in and there's like 10 different things that they say that you can do. Each one of them, which I absolutely love, but each one of them is like, hey, if you do this store feature, can increase your sales by up to 49% or whatever it is. One of the things is putting your policies down here. So buyers have a quick and easy way to say, hey, they offer free returns, they offer free shipping, they offer whatever your store policies are. Top rated seller is great. It's going to automatically give you more views. They have said it time and time again that if you are a top rated seller, you will absolutely get more impressions along with other things as well. So then if you scroll down here, something I am going to note on just for people who are watching and learning from this, if you have categories, they have categories set up. It's great to have categories. You want people to be able to get through your store as easily and quickly as possible. The more clicks that they have to do, the more that they have to search through your 759 items, the less likely that they are going to click and buy. And the easier it is for them to move around, the more likely they're going to see other things and buy multiple items, right? So having categories is great. However, I am going to say when you are listing your item specifics, you do not want to use your store categories. You want to stay with eBay store categories. And this is purely because I'm going to bring up how people are searching. It's buyer behavior. So let's say I'm looking for, I don't know anything. That was one of their listings. I have no idea what this even is. Let's say I'm looking for this, right? And I'm going through and I'm saying, okay, this is what I want. I'm going to go through and I'm going to click on all of these different things over here on the left so I can filter down my search as a buyer. All of these things are eBay item specifics. If you click on them and you add in your own item specific or you don't fill out an item specific, you are now not coming up. You want to come up. It starts with impressions. If you are not seen in front of customers, they cannot click on your item. They cannot purchase your item, right? So as you're going through and building your listing, go through and look at it from a buyer behavior standpoint. How are buyers buying? And all of these things that you can filter out, do as many of them as possible. That's why people tell you to put on accept offers. You don't have to accept every single offer that comes through, but if someone goes in and clicks on this and you don't have accept offers on your listing, you're not going to come up in search anymore. If you don't come up in search anymore, you don't even have a chance of them clicking on your item anymore. All right, let's go back to their store. So, that had to do with the categories. Okay, so let's go ahead and scroll down. Their photos are clean. They're nice. You want to have a white background. This is a store that there's going to be a lot of positive coming out of this that you can learn from. You want to have a white background. Your background is going to... A white background is recommended by eBay and by Google search. It's easier for them to pull from the algorithm. So even if you like it or you don't like it, you want to come up in as many places as possible. You want to do the best practices. So they have featured categories, which is also a store feature, a store thing that you can do, featured items as well, which I like this, and then all their items. One thing they are missing is a banner. So it does look like you have some kind of a sale going. You could put that in your banner. So as people are clicking through here, you can say, hey, I'm having this sale, and they can click directly to the sale, or you can say, hey, here's all my new inventory. But a banner is what's recommended in a store as well. And then they have all of their items that you can go through and scroll on. Something that I am noticing is they have a sale on a couple items. Again, you don't necessarily have to do it for pricing, but you should have a sale. If you're wanting to increase your sell-through rate, a way to increase it is to come up in more searches, right? The more searches that you come up in, it starts with impressions, friends. It starts at the top with impressions. So if someone is coming down here and they scroll all the way to the bottom and they say, I want a deals and savings, they click on that. Anything that is not on sale is not coming up anymore. So this has to work into your pricing strategy, obviously, but the more items that you can have on sale, the more likely you are to get let me click on an item. The more likely you're going to come up in searches, the more likely you are to have items sell, right? Like if you don't come up at the very top, you cannot get your item clicked on, you cannot get your item to be purchased, right? It starts at the top. All right, so we have clicked on an item. Again, I have no idea what this is. Pricing, no clue. For the sake of time, because like I said, my timer went off to get my children. For the sake of time, I'm not going to talk through the pricing strategy. What I am going to say is make sure that you are competitive. The thing is, and actually I can scroll down and see if you're competitive. So here's the thing. Your price is $4.69. I'm going to scroll down here. These similar sponsored items are items that people are promoting. So if you choose to do promoted listings, which is absolutely going to get you more impressions, that's the purpose of it. eBay is going to put it in over 100 different places, and this is one of them. People are looking for buyer behavior, friends. People are looking at this item. They're going to scroll down a little bit to look at the description, and they're going to say, this looks like the same thing as this. And it's probably, I have no idea if it is. I know nothing about this. But eBay's algorithm does, and it's probably putting things in a similar. Right. This one's $609 with 99.2% positive. This one's $469. So their pricing based off of what I'm looking at right now is pretty competitive. They have 100% positive feedback. This one does not have offers on it. Again, it has to go into your pricing strategy. So you do not have to accept the offers, but you are going to get more impressions. You're going to get more at the top. If you have that as a clickable left filter, more people are going to be able to find you type of thing. The other thing, they do have returns. Buyer pays for return shipping, which is another thing. This is not a top rated seller plus. Again, it's a business model, but that's one more place that you're going to get more impressions. If you can find ways to get free returns in there, they're already a top rated seller. So if they can add free returns to this, they're going to get a fee reduction on this. And I will link the video down below on free returns and how to decide if it's right for you. But again, that's one more way that you can get more impressions. And in knowing what they're working on, it starts with impressions, friends. You have to get impressions to be able to increase your sell-through rate, to be able to increase your average sale price. If people can't see your items, I've said this like 7 zillion times, friends, but that's what it is. If they cannot see your items, they cannot find you, they cannot click on you, they cannot ultimately purchase from you. Those are a couple of things. That's why people say, hey, you should do this. You have to figure out if it's right for you. All the videos that I'm linking walk you through how to do like A/B testing to figure out if it's right for you and if it is actually going to work for you. This has 20 watchers, which is great. Yeah, that's great. That's a lot of watchers. All right, let's scroll down. This is promoted listings. People are promoting. The description. I know nothing about this category, so I have no idea if this is a good amount of item specifics or not. What I am going to say is make sure that your item specifics are relevant to your listings. If you are doing item specifics because you want to show up in search and you want to show up in as many places because, hey, SarahStylesLLC said you want to show up in as many places as possible, that's where it starts with impressions. It's true, but you want to show up in as many places as possible that are relevant to your item. If I am searching for something, they click an item specific and it comes up, I don't know about this. Let's say for women's clothing, I have a sweatshirt and I click on the character Mickey Mouse because I want to come up in as many places as possible. Now someone is searching for an item that says Mickey Mouse on it and my item comes up, it doesn't have Mickey Mouse on it. Someone clicks on it, no one's clicking on that because it's not what they're actually wanting. And the more times eBay shows or Google shows your item in front of potential buyers and nobody clicks on it, they start saying, hey, this is bad, I'm going to quit showing it. So if you are putting in item specifics that are not relevant to your item, you are suppressing your own items. So, but you do want to, again, it does start at the top. It starts with impressions. You want to come up in as many places as possible. So I would definitely make sure that you have as many item specifics as possible. Again, we have the shipping and payments. I don't know if this is, I have no idea how much this is. Look at your competition. You want to be better than your competition. So if your competition is shipping this for $11.95, figure out how to shave that dollar off, right? It's worth losing $1 to be better than your competition. You want everything to be better than your competition and come up in as many places as possible. One handling, which is good. It helps them become a top rated seller. Return policy, again, like I said, it is not a free return type of policy. Again, here's all the promoted listings that are coming up. So like I said, a couple of the things. Overall, their store is actually pretty good and they have killer numbers. Things that I would do to increase those numbers, I would work and definitely put up all of the store features that eBay gives us. I would work on getting repeat customers, try sending out some newsletters, work on trying to figure out coupon strategies and sales strategies, encouraging that into, see if you can't figure out how to put on free returns and best offers, getting your items in the most places possible. One other thing I would do, and I didn't say this earlier, but I'm going to say it now because I think everybody should do it, is pull the listing quality report every single month. I'll link a video down below on how to pull the listing quality report, but what this is doing is comparing you to the top 5% of sellers in all of your different categories, and it's going to tell you how you can improve your listings. If you are coming up, so let's say you're paying for promoted listings and you're coming up in all of these different places. and they mentioned, hey, I've gotten my impressions up. So once you're coming up in all of these different places, you need to make sure that it's something that people want. And that's where your listing quality comes into play. You want to be better than everybody else that's selling in your competition. You want to be that top 5% that the listing quality report is comparing to. If you guys like this, video, YouTube also thinks you like this video, I will link a playlist down here of how to make money reselling, and then make sure to hit that subscribe button.